Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. And today we're going to be talking about Turo and why you should avoid renting your vehicle on Turo. There's just been countless of different things happening in Turo that I feel like I have to address it and talk about it and warn you guys as well too if you're thinking about putting your car on Turo. I've seen numerous different stories. This is just a fraction of it. If I were to compile all the information that I have about Turo, this video would be 30 minutes long or longer than that. But I just kind of like consolidated to just these two horror stories that you're going to hear about. So let's go ahead and do that right now.
A race to break a speed record in a borrowed car with lots of red flags.
There was never any talk about, hey, I'm going to this big event at this racetrack with my high school students, and I'm planning to put this car on the track. That would have absolutely not been okay with me.
It began as a feel-good story in the automotive shop at Naperville North High School, an all-female student group building a truck to break a land speed record. On the way to the race last weekend in Beeville, Texas, teacher Gregory Ditch says the truck became inoperable.
We were on the phone for hours all night trying to find some type of vehicle somewhere.
Giovanni Morales, a San Antonio native, says a request came in from Gregory Ditch on the Turo app to rent his 2021 Toyota Supra GR 3.0, a rare sports car. The app allows car owners to rent their vehicles to anyone. Morales says, and Turo confirms, that Ditch rented the vehicle for approximately 3 days. But Morales says he left out an important detail.
I was like, I don't know why. I get a feeling that maybe this guy was racing this car.
Was the dealership or the wholesale?
And it is very imperative, if you're going to just do this anyway, you can't really predict how people are going to be driving the car. You don't know what people are going to be doing. I've heard, Ryan Shaw, he rented out his Model Y on Turo, and it has his challenges where it was on several accidents and things go wrong, and then he had to go pick up the car, and then it's just a myriad of different situations that may arise when you're renting your vehicle, especially as a personal owner of that said vehicle. Now, you don't know how people are going to be treating your car. Some have come out pretty disgusting when they rent it, when they bring it back to you. Some curb rashes for days, just different things that could happen to your vehicle. So that's why I'm warning you guys, if you're interested in this, just know that you're going to have some challenges. If anything, make sure you take pictures before the person takes the car. Make sure they get it in a very pristine condition, and that's how it should be returned. And then also, another thing that you should add to your car is make sure you have GPS tracking. Make sure you have like a fuel cutoff, electronic. Make sure you can control the car with your phone and have the ability to limit how fast it can go. Because you damn well know, if I rent your Dodge Demon Hellcat, I'm gonna push that car to the limit. Best believe I'm going to abuse your shit, because that's just how it is. If it's a rental, most likely they're gonna abuse your car, man. Let's just be honest, especially if it's a Toyota Supra or a Dodge Demon Hellcat or any of those performance vehicles that people rent, Mustangs, whatever, Camaros, ZL1s, Corvettes, whatever it is. If it's fast, best believe they're going to test that. Just something to take heed of, because what happens is they're going to beat the shit out of your car, and it's going to create some problems for you long term down the road. Who knows, you may need an engine replacement way sooner than you would have thought, because you put it on rental and they abuse the shit out of your car. I don't know, man. I would just stay away from this. And another thing about Turo is it's not really a company. It's an insurance company. That's what it is. And I've heard people getting their claims denied by Turo itself, which is crazy. Right? They would find any kind of loophole to get themselves out of this situation. Especially if there was one incident where a mother let her son drive the car, and the son ended up wrecking the car, and the Turo insurance would not pay for the cost to repair the vehicle because the intended driver wasn't driving the car. That's Turo for you. But there's just, like I said, it's a myriad of different things going on over there. If I were you thinking about renting out your car, just be careful. You're going to have a lot of issues running from people returning your car damage, or just it's a hassle. And we don't need any more stress. But anyway, let's go ahead and do another story that I also want to share with you guys as well too. So this is just one instance where the person put up his car on Turo and they ended up renting it, and they taken it to a track and doing a bunch of things with it, the things that were against the terms of use for the car. So he definitely has a case on here, and I will leave a link in the description if you want to go learn more. What ended up happening is obviously Turo is going to be investigating it, and then whatever their results are. Maybe I'll just play this video at the very end of it, I guess. So give me a second here.
The dealership or the wholesaler aware that you guys were going to race the vehicle then?
Yeah, absolutely.
When the vehicle was returned, Morales noticed something wasn't right. With some internet sleuthing, Morales discovered photos and videos confirming his suspicions.
The funny part is that they were bragging about winning this starting competition that she did.
A competition that put the pedal to the metal, getting the vehicle up to 160 miles per hour.
He did wear down all the tires. The brakes are definitely worn down because they got the car up to 160 miles an hour.
Morales says damage that totals nearly $4,000.
First, he told me, as you saw in the screenshot, that it wasn't that car, that it was a completely different car. And I told him, I said, so you happened to come across a car that looked just like mine, same color wheels that are not stock. I mean, come on.
Photos posted on social media
and the license plate too.
The car's license plate, which matches the vehicle owned by Morales.
So just to be clear, you didn't rent it from Turo, or did you?
No, did not. I borrowed the vehicle from...
He's lying.
We ended up with the vehicle from... It didn't come from Toyota. So I started making some phone calls and got it from a dealer.
Turo sent Morales a letter after a third-party investigation stating, "We definitely have enough to show they were violating our prohibited uses and racing the vehicle. We will follow up with them for further action."
We borrowed it. It's legitimate. So
you're lying, bro.
Who he is or what the full story is with him, but that's not at all what happened.
Turo released a statement saying, "We are saddened that this experience didn't meet the high standards we expect from our community. Our team is in contact with both parties and is actively investigating."
And this last part is important. I talked to Naperville North, and they gave me these
statements.
So, yeah. Naperville 203 is aware.
They're investigating. But like I said, I will leave a link in the description, and then, so let's go on to our next story. All right, on this other story, so this woman rented this SUV, and then she ended up selling it for $18,000. She rents a car from Turo and ended up selling the car for 18 grand. And what's so funny is, after she did that to this gentleman, she ended up renting another one, and she was trying to do the same thing. She was trying to sell another rented vehicle, and I think she ended up getting arrested, which is just crazy. And I've heard that too. I've also seen one where somebody posted that they're selling a Hellcat for like fraction of the cost. I don't know if that was also from a Turo, but I couldn't find that video particularly relating to that instance. I don't know why I brought it up anyway, but I did see. I wasn't sure if it was related to this, but we have seen people renting on Turo and trying to sell other people's cars. It's just like a quick scam. She tried to do it, she got busted, and she was arrested. But anyway, we had somebody who wanted to book our Chevy Suburban offline for 2 days. He explains we did our normal remote check-in process, and they came to get the car on Wednesday morning. She was due back on Friday morning, but she called on Thursday night. She wanted 2 more days, so I sent her an extension request, but she never paid for the extension. While Deucewell is known for online Turo best practice videos, for which he accumulated 42,000 followers, he tells the Daily Dot that its intended occurred influencer's personal blah blah blah. It was an older lady. From there, Wells says he got suspicious and shut the car down on Friday night after it was due. Though GPS tracking, he says he was able to locate his car and find out with the tire off in somebody's driveway and the tracker disconnected. It was an older lady who owned the house. He knows she wasn't the one who rented from us, so I asked her, does she know the person? The woman in the possession of the car was shocked as Wells revealed she didn't know that car was a rental because she actually bought it from a lady who rented it from us. And first thing first, if you're ever going to buy any used car, make sure you have the pink slip. I don't know how this lady thought that she was getting the deal of a lifetime, a Suburban for 18 grand. There's no paperwork. How are you going to register it yourself? There's just myriad of different videos, with Turo and all that stuff. I just wanted to cover these two instances, but if I were to cover and do research and get everything together, it would be a long ass video. Maybe I would do it in like a live stream or something like that. But anyway, as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.